Hey, what's up? Health, fitness, and sports here. And I got a top 10 list of the best foods to eat when you go mountain climbing or hiking in high altitude. So basically, altitude over 5,000 feet. I climbed Mount Whitney a few years ago, and it was the hardest thing I think I've ever done. It was extremely difficult, but what helped was having the right type of food. I didn't have all these foods on this list, but I had some of them, and it helped. But you can never go wrong with these top 10 things. Okay, so number 10, I'm gonna start at that. That's gonna be tuna and crackers. Tuna has a lot of protein in it, of course, and then when you combine that with crackers, it gives you your carbohydrates. So what we're looking for is foods that's balanced with some protein, some fats, but definitely carbohydrates. So the number one thing you don't want to do is go low carb on a high altitude type of hike. Those carbohydrates will help give you the energy to cope with the low oxygen and give you more energy to get through and do what you need to do. So tuna and crackers is number 10. Number 9 is going to be cheese and crackers. Cheese has a good durability to it. You can sit on it, even if it's hot weather or warm, it can still survive, but we all know the higher we go up in altitude, the cooler it gets. So cheese is great, high in fat and protein, and then when you can combine that with some crackers or something like that, you can't go wrong with that. You balance, you got your carbohydrates with it too, okay? That's number 9. Number 8 is going to be peanut butter. Peanut butter is versatile, it's dense, it pretty much stays good for any temperature, cold or warm. It's high in protein and high in fats, and so that's going to give you a lot of energy. If you put that on some bread or some crackers, you got your carbohydrates right there. I would go for the squeeze tube, the tube that you kind of squeeze the peanut butter out with. It's easier to carry and it's more versatile than a jar, with spoons and all that stuff. So that's number 8, okay? Number 7 is going to be candy bars. Candy bars like Snickers, let's see what else, Payday, any of those type of candy bars. They're high in sugars, but you need quick sugars, and it's more carbohydrates and sugars than anything else, and some fat. Not a lot of protein, but you do need more carbohydrates, in my strong opinion, when you're hiking as opposed to high protein. Protein is good, but you gotta have your sugars. So candy bars is tasty, and they're quick sugar, and they will boost you up right away. Okay, so that's number 7. Number 6 is gonna be fruits. Let's do that one first. It's just fruits but normally round type fruits like apples, oranges, pears. They're pretty durable. They're low when it comes to trash. There's not much to pick up afterwards, but they're high in quick fruit sugars. Maybe not as fast as the candy bars, but they're quick enough to give you energy, and they'll last a little bit longer, the energy, than candy bars as well. So juicy fruits, all of that. Even bananas are good, but you gotta get rid of the peelings and stuff. But you can't go wrong with apples, oranges, and pears, and things like that, okay? Next is gonna be beef jerky. Beef jerky, high in fat, high in protein, very light, very durable, and no cleanup. So you can't go wrong with beef jerky. Definitely beef jerky is a good one to take with you. The next is gonna be actually dry fruits. So dry fruits are even better than the juicy fruits because they're dense and they have more carbohydrates and more sugars. That's going to help give you more energy for a longer period of time. For instance, like raisins, dates, dried cranberries, things like that is always good. Some people like prunes too, dried prunes, but there's a lot of fiber and that might have you kind of going a lot. That's not good on the trail, in my opinion. But you can't go wrong with those dry fruits. That's even better than the juicy fruit. Number 3 is going to be granola. Granola it's kind of come full circle. I used to think it was really, really good, and then people said it had a lot of fat in it, a lot of carbohydrates when it comes to losing weight, so it got kind of a bad rap. But it's so versatile. You can put fruit with it. You can mix it with almost anything. It's low weight. It is high carbohydrates as well, and it has some fats in there. So you can't go wrong with granola. Granola is number 3 on my list, so that's something you can also take with you that will help you get to the top of whatever mountain you're going to. Number 2 on the list. Number 2 is going to be energy bars. Energy bars, the only reason why I would say they're not number 1 is because they can be kind of costly. They normally cost between $1.25 per bar to about $2.50. But if you can buy them in bulk from like Costco or someplace like that, it's a lot more economical. But I wouldn't go for the low carb protein bars or energy bars. That's the difference. The difference is energy bars is going to have some protein. It's going to be balanced. Some protein, some fats, and it's going to have some carbohydrates and sugars. That's the kind you want, like maybe the Balance bar, something like that. But you definitely don't want low carb bars. course. You want something that has a balance of the protein, carbs, and fats. Number one on the list is going to be trail mix. Trail mix kind of has a little bit of everything that's on this list. It has dried fruits in it. It'll have some M&Ms in there. It'll have some nuts. It'll have some granola sometimes, or that type of stuff. It have dried fruits. I think I mentioned that. But it just has a little bit of everything. So all the experts say that the best thing to have with you, number one on the list, would be some type of good trail mix, but with a mixture of not just nuts, but nuts, dried fruits like raisins, and then it has candies, candy bar-ish type stuff like M&Ms and things like that. So that's my top 10 list for hiking. Remember, don't throw out the carbs. Keep it high in carbs when you're on the trail, because when it's low oxygen, your body requires more energy to cope with the oxygen debt. So you need more carbohydrates for that and sugars. Don't go low carb, and get out there, have fun, enjoy yourself, and soak up the outdoors when you go, okay? Thanks for watching Health, Fitness, and Sports, and please like and subscribe. If you like this video, give a thumbs up, and please share it, and subscribe to this channel, and that will help us to put more of these videos out, okay? Thanks for watching again, and to health, okay? Wherever you are in the world, morning, noon, or night, to health, and keep pushing forward, okay? Thanks for watching again, okay? Bye-bye.